Drivers, let's discuss some stuff. You know, when you're coming out here, you got to remember, you got to think about something. It's always important to do your pre-trips, and it's also important to make sure your load is secure, your truck is in good condition, and everything. And the reason being is this. Just remember, somewhere in the world, your family are getting up and getting ready to get behind a vehicle. And also, somewhere in the world, there's a truck driver that hasn't done their pre-trips, hasn't checked their brakes, and don't know the real condition of their truck. And they're about to get behind the wheel, and your family is about to have a final destination moment. All because another driver is not being safe. With that being said, you just remember, it's not just your family fixing to have a final destination moment, but other families that you put at risk out here are fixing to have a final destination moment because you did not check your truck out, you didn't check your securement out, or you slacked up on your securement and you haven't opened your truck up and you ain't looked at your truck in a while. You took an air brake test, but you haven't got under and looked at your air brakes. You haven't looked at your brakes to see how much brake you have on it. You haven't checked the engine oil. You could blow an engine because you didn't put enough oil in it. But just remember, you're the captain of that ship, and if it ain't safe, you shouldn't be driving it. And you know, how many of you have actually checked to see how much moisture you have in your air tanks? Too much moisture in your air tanks will affect your brakes and also affect your air pressure. If you're having a low air pressure on your truck, check your fluid, your drain. You know, yeah, most of these trucks have air dryers, but those air dryers don't catch everything. That's why there's a drain valve on all your air tanks. You just pull that wire and it empties out the water. Drivers, it is very important to check your trucks to make sure they're in optimal condition before driving down a road. Check your securement. I've been seeing a lot of drivers lately drive down the road with their securement on their trailers. They're not secure, they're not properly secure. Their tarps flapping, talking to you while you're going down the road. That shouldn't be happening. That's called laziness. Securement is important for us. Even if you're hauling a reefer like this guy here, he's got to make sure his load is secure. Load shifts the wrong way, he's in trouble. Same way with dry van. You've got to make sure your loads are secure. I mean, this is our livelihoods. If we do something wrong, we can end the life of someone else. I've seen it done too many times out here by other drivers. Watch what you're doing. Like, how many of you new guys know how to check the life of your brakes? Do you know what to look for on the life of your brakes? How much brakes you have left? Here, let me show you. I'm under my trailer now, so let me show you how to check the life of your brakes. And this is the same that goes all the way up, all right? Here's your brakes. You see that lip right there? Right there? That's your DOT line, okay? Your DOT line. You can see I got plenty of meat left underneath that. And it's like that all the way around. When your truck is getting close to that DOT line, it's time to get them fixed. Don't wait until it gets on the line. But when it gets close to it, it's time to get them done. Start working your way back to where you can get them done, or get them done on the road. And it's that easy to look. Yeah, you got to get underneath the truck and get it done. But it's your job to look and make sure that they're in good condition. Don't go by the mechanic because they may not look at it right. It is your job to make sure you are operating a safe equipment down the road. It won't be the mechanic that gets the citation, and it won't be the mechanic that goes to prison. It will be you. Don't drive over your hours. If you're tired, you pull over and you go to sleep. Take a couple hours nap. Your life and the lives of those out here are more important than that fucking freight. You remember that. Your family won't make any money or have anything or be able to have any luxury in life if you're sitting behind prison because you didn't do what your job title said to. I read a lot of stuff out of the FMCSA handbooks. One, I tell y'all that because it prevents you from getting citations and paying fines and keeps your CDL good and keeps the points off of it. But it only works as if you listen to them. You can break the law, but you'll pay the consequences. Everybody has choices. You just may not like the consequences of those choices. Also, we need to stop tailgating. If you don't got six seconds between you and the vehicle in front of you, you are technically tailgating in a CMV. And you can be ticketed for that. If you are not within 6 seconds, or if you are within 6 seconds of the vehicle in front of you, that is tailgating. When you pull over on the side of the road, it is FMCSA regulations that you get out and put your cones up. Okay? You immediately put your cones up. Get out, put your cones out, and put them out right, the proper distance. And then call your company. Don't wait after you call the company. You put your cones out immediately. And in conclusion, drivers, be safe. And do the extra mile to be safe. Your lives, your family lives, and the lives around you depend on you being a professional driver and knowing your job and to do it correctly. And have fun, but do it legally.